Hello, everybody out there. How's it going? Welcome to Flawless Rage 2, and welcome to House Flipper 2. Tonight, a bit of a different one for you. We've still got House Flipper going on, but it is May. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so being a sufferer myself, I thought I'd do a mental health awareness special. So tonight, we are going to be still fixing up the house we were doing, but we're just going to play, we're just going to do it, and we're going to talk the whole time about it. Excuse me. I need a drink there. You know, I'm a sufferer, and there are many people out there who are sufferers as well. So if you feel comfortable in coming in and sharing your story, then please do it. If you don't know mine, I will quickly run through it again. Straight away in the chat, my bro is in, my best mate. It is Boston Tea Party's in the chat. Hello, bro. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Congratulations on the video. Yeah. It was awesome. Thank you so much for coming in, brother. Nice to see you. Okay, so let's load this house up, and we'll get to it. So this is a mental health awareness special, and I'm going to just basically start gaming and kick it off. So I've been a sufferer myself for quite a few years now. I originally was diagnosed in 2012. Boston says, doing good, and yourself. Glad you liked my video. I loved your video. That was awesome. Yeah, I'm okay, bro. I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad at all. Woke up with a bit of a sore throat this morning, but apart from that, I think it's just the fucking heat, though, getting to me. But nonetheless, yeah, I'm doing good. So I've been a sufferer since 2012, which is when I got diagnosed. Basically, at the time, I was on JSA, which here in the UK is known as Job Seekers Allowance. I was searching for work. But here's the thing. I had never really been on public transport on my own. Anywhere I wanted to go when I was younger, my dad would just take me in the car. Simple as that. You know, job done, no messing around. But it later became a bit of an issue for me when I had to go to this place which helps, or supposedly helps people in their search to look for work. So I went into this. I went to this place twice, and I felt really weird. I mean, seriously, I felt horrible, and I thought, the fuck is going on here? And I felt hot, shaky, out of breath. I was hyperventilating quite a lot. I felt dizzy, and I thought, this can't be good. I don't know what's going on here. So I went to the doctors and had a chat with him, and he did a blood test. Now, he said blood tests usually take a week to come back to us, but as you're a bit worried about this, I'm going to do it, and we'll get the results in by tomorrow. So I was like, okay, that's really good. So went and had this blood test, and before I went down there, I was kind of worried because I didn't know what the hell was going on with me. And so I was really not me that morning when I had to go back to the doctors the next day. And so I said to my wife, I'm really fucking worried about this. And she goes, can I be honest with you? I went, yeah. She goes, I think that's your nerves. I think you suffer with anxiety and stuff. And I was like, how do you know that? She goes, just the way you've been recently. My wife is also a sufferer as well, but she hasn't really given me permission to talk about her case, so I won't. But yeah, she basically said that to me, that sort of like she thinks that my mental health was acting up. And so I was like, well, I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing, I do not like this in the slightest. And she goes, well, go to the doctor and see what they say. I went to the doctor. This is the day after having this blood test. He got the results back. And he said, well, we've got the results back. And I went, yeah. And he says, nothing wrong with you. You're perfect. Absolutely nothing wrong with you. No abnormalities, nothing sinister to worry about. And so, thinking then back to what my wife said, I said, it's my nerves, innit? And I literally cried, sat there and sobbed in front of in the doctor's office. And he says, yeah, I think that's what it is. So I'm going to put you on some antidepressants, he go. He put me on some citalopram. I'm still on them to this day. And since then, I've had many panic attacks as such. And I still sometimes get anxiety quite a bit. But it's not to the level where it used to. It was at one point I was getting it bad every day. And it's fucking crucifying. It really is. You don't know what the fuck is going on with your own body, and that is scary shit. That really is. A lot of people suffer with different things, but that's basically my story. I still do get things like the mental health, issues these days. They're not so severe, but there are certain things that will trigger it. Like, it takes me a minute sometimes, Some days I'll wake up and I don't want to move. I want to stay in bed. I just do not want to move. And I have to, though. I've got 2 young children who depend on me and my wife. And, I have to do these things. I get nervous sometimes, for no fucking reason whatsoever, and it's so irritating. Like, you're thinking sort of like, why am I going through this crap? Why me? When I first, Boston says, I've been a sufferer of depression since I was a kid. That is some shit to deal with, that is. And look at you. You're still kicking. Therefore, my hat's off to you. Absolutely fantastic. It can, these things, people... And there's these certain types of people out there who fuck me off. There's these people who, I call them the alright group, right? If you say to them, I feel really nervous about going to this place or doing this thing, whatever it may be, what do you get? Oh, you'll be alright. Boston says thanks, but it's not easy. Trust me, bro. I am a sufferer myself. I suffer from panic attacks, anxiety, and depression. Trust me, I know exactly where you're coming from. It fucking sucks. It really does. You have got the "you'll be all right" group out there, which they're arseholes. They don't even know what they're talking about. I can't do that. I have to just put a toilet in here. Yeah, so, you have got the "you'll be all right" group. There was an event I had to go to a few years ago. I didn't want to go. I was dead against it happening. Boston says, no, they don't. They don't know jack shit. They don't know a jack shit. They wouldn't fucking know anything if it hit him in the fucking face. They really wouldn't. The "you'll be all right" group are arsewipes. Nothing more. They're fucking dickheads. There's always someone out there, who 9 times out of 10, you're going to come across people in every single day situations. They're going to be suffering from something. But the you'll be all right group, oh, they just really, they're so fucking irritating. They really are. Like I was saying, I had to go to this event a few years ago. I didn't want to go. I was dead against it, but I had to do it. And so I went to this thing. The whole day I was nervous. I was looking at the hours until I could get my ass back home. Why have I put carpet here? I was looking at counting the hours just to when I could come home. When I was fucking first got diagnosed, I didn't leave the house for 3 months. I basically stayed upstairs in the bedroom half the time. In the chat, Pam's in. Hello, Pam. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Welcome. Always great to see you. And, not going out is bad. It's really fucking bad if you can't go out. You become a bit reliant on, things at home, and you get into this kind of routine where sort of like, well, I can get my shopping delivered to me. I don't need to go out. Oh, I can just ring the doctors up. They'll tell me what's the matter with me over the phone. I don't need to go out. That's bad. You need to go out. Every now and again, you need to go. I do it every fucking day. And I mean, sometimes I don't want to go. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm looking forward to going out. And then sometimes I'm absolutely shitting it going out. Due to no fault of my own, it's just how I am. Pam says I'm the biggest mental health person at the moment. I know you're going through a lot. I do know you're going through a lot. Can that be switched on? Please work. Yay! Right. I've got to do that. Pam says, nearly had a nervous breakdown after my first sister. That's natural. That can, and it does happen. It does happen. No matter how much you try to fight it or whatever, it can happen. Boston says, I just stay at home most of the time because besides my mother, no one else cares about me around here. Why, I don't know. Pam says, but ask for help. That's good. We'll get to that. Well, bro, if nobody cares about you where you are, then at the end of the day, fuck them. Fuck them. That's what I say. That's just how it is. But always know something, yeah? And this is fucking the truth. This is gospel that I'm fucking preaching right now. You're wanted here. Okay? On this channel, by me, by Pam. You're wanted. You're definitely 100% wanted here. There is a place for you. Pam says, go live with Flawless. Please do. That'll be hilarious. That would be, that'd be awesome. But you gotta, you have to realize sort of like that a lot of people don't want to know half the time when you suffer with a condition. It's like you say to somebody, I've got mental health problems. They're sort of like, oh no, yeah, great kind of thing. Don't really give a flying fuck. And they don't even know. So with me, I can completely understand, but there's so many people out there who are scared to talk about it. And even though this day there is more awareness towards it, I think I'm a bit more too wild for Flawless. I think you have to be tranquilized. Nah, I think you'd be all right, bro. I think you'd be all right. You know, there is more awareness around it these days, but it's very difficult for people to still talk about it. Very difficult for people to get a grip on what it really is. Like I said, you got the fucking people. There are some people out there who don't care. You're gonna get them in all walks of life. Pam says, yeah, at the moment I'm just trying to keep my weight normal. Family telling me to eat. Okay. Are you on I mean, is there an issue there, like a food issue, you know, or anything like that, you know, or do they think like you're too skinny or something, or, you know? Boston says, but Pam, it's because of you and Flawless. It's the only reason why I continue doing videos. Otherwise, I'd have gave up on it earlier last year. Well, we enjoy your videos, and you are a good content creator, and you're funny. Since you losing your younger sister last year, right? Okay, so there's an issue there. Well, all I gotta say is you gotta do what's right for you. Of course, your family are gonna worry about you. That's natural, right? People will worry about you, but as long as you stay healthy, as long as sort of like you don't, you know, that you don't sort of like let it get out of control and something, I don't really see an issue. You got to do what you're comfortable with. You have to do what you are comfortable with. There's people who go through so many things every day. Me personally, I try and cram so much into a day that I can, and I try and make it as fun for myself as possible. Number one, to keep me entertained, and number two, because I've always said, you don't know. I mean, I stay up late at night. Some nights I'm so fucking tired I have to go to bed, but I stay up late at night. And the reason I do that is because the reason I stay up so late is because I always think, well, you don't know what the next day is going to bring. Now, the reason I say that is because if you lived around the people that I live around, you'd be the same. I live around people who'll complain about you for fucking farting too loud, you know, and that, although I am that sort of person who I don't really give a shit, you know, I will tell people how it is. I'm not afraid of anyone or anything like that. But you get into a bit of I personally get into a bit of a state, like, for instance, last year, we get a letter through saying our garden needs tidying up. Now, I'll be the first to admit, last year I couldn't really be arsed with it. I got lazy. My bad. I should have done it. It's done now. But I got lazy, and I should have done it, and I didn't. But we had a letter come through. Now, it says obviously in the letter that it was an estate walk around where I live, which we all know is bullshit. I know that it was complained about, and I know who fucking did it. The fucking complainer fucking next door did it. That's obvious. That's so obvious who it was. And, you know, once I got that letter through, that's when my anxiety kicked in. Oh shit, we got to get this garden done. Oh shit, we're going to get kicked out. Where are we going to live? Where are my kids going to go? You know, what's going to happen here? I'm looking at the fucking letters, the post coming through the door every day to see if there's another letter, see if there's anything else coming. Every knock at the door, I'm looking who it is to see sort of like if there's, you know, if there's another letter there, if there's someone from the housing association there, come round to have a word, which we have had. We have had since, and I've basically explained to the situation to her, and the woman at the door weren't a bitch or anything about it. She was actually quite cool. You know, and they can't say shit now because it's done, so fuck them. But, you know, that's what I live next to. That's what I live around every single day. That's the kind of thing. You know, see, here's the thing, right? There's people who like to talk, like Mrs. at the bottom of the garden, right? I don't want to talk to her. I have no desire to talk to the bitch, you know. She gets on my fucking tits. Now, today it's been a little bit cooler, and it's been, you know, raining today. And do you know what? I've loved every single fucking second of it. The reason being, I can go and stand at my door and have a smoke without fucking, without hearing fucking her in the garden, or her sitting out there and trying to talk to me when I don't want to talk to her. You know, if she thinks of me, I make short conversation and get indoors as quickly as I possibly can. I haven't got the time for it. I haven't got the time for bitches like that. You know, I've got shit to be getting on with. The thing what makes me get through the day is I get up in the morning because of my kids, right? And I, you know, get up and help my wife. If she doesn't want to, you know, if she doesn't feel like doing something like shopping or whatever, that window's fucked, isn't it? We'll replace it. Boston, come back. Yeah, where are you, Boston? You know, if she doesn't, I don't want to talk to people in the mornings or mostly any time of the day. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful for who and what I have. I'm thankful for my mum, who's been an incredible support. Sometimes it's been difficult. I'm not going to lie. But my mum's been an incredible support. The biggest help has been my wife. Being a sufferer herself, she understands what I go through all the time. You know, she's there for me all the time. If I feel a bit funny or something, you know, and say to her, I don't feel very well or something, she'll be like, okay, how are you feeling today? And she'll do her own mental health analysis on me, which I appreciate. I'm the same with her. You see, we're funny creatures. We know what's up, but we try and hide it. We wear a mask. A lot of people out there are wearing a mask. A lot of people are going through shit you have no idea. Now, I try and be as kind to anybody as I can. You know, I don't want sort of like that stigma attached to me, where sort of like he's an arsehole, he's a bad person, he's, you know, oh, don't talk to him, he's goth, he'll fucking want to sacrifice you. You know, things like that, which is all untrue bullshit. But, you know, I believe in being kind to people. I'll go out in the mornings, and if we don't have a car, I go everywhere on my bike. Well, one of them. I have two more now. Oh God, there's more work to do, but still, you know, I go everywhere on my bike, and if there's anyone coming the other way, I'll get out of the way for them. They don't always say thank you, But it's nice when they do. You know, it doesn't fucking cost anything to say thank you and be nice. For fuck's sake, you know. They ain't like I'm asking to take their first daughter on a fucking date and give her the time of her life. You know what I mean? But sort of like, you know, it's one of them things. So let's run through a few symptoms now. So obviously we know what depression is, and it feels like a dark chasm you can't escape from, is the best way I can describe it. It's fucking horrible. It's one of the worst feelings in the fucking world, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And you just feel down all the time with that. All the time. Boston says, hardly nobody over here has manners, as if it was forgotten. And Pam says, Boston, you encouraged me to have a go at the house, you did. So thanks. There you go. Picking each other up. That's what we do. Now, you know, I think I'm doing quite well with things as they are at the moment. At the moment, my mental health is pretty good. I'm in a good place. I've got to do it. At the moment, I'm in a pretty good place, and you know, I'm happy with, you know, what I have and what I can do. We'll just put that there for the ladies' bath time later. There you go, Boston. I've check that out, Boston. I've took what you did and put my own spin on it. There is now a cucumber in the bath. You know, I just like to be nice to people. I don't like people who are rude. I don't like people who are nasty. You know. And Pam likes it. And I think sort of like, you know, there's... Boston loves it. Excellent. There's, you know, I think there's too much hate in the world as well. Now, that's another thing. With feeling depressed and like, for fuck's sake, you know, and feeling low all the time, there's many things that can trigger it. It could be how things are in the world right now, because let's face it, the world is fucked. It is just completely fucked. You know, with all the politics that goes on in the world, which is bullshit and no need for. Everything has gone to shit. As we say here in the UK, everything's gone tits up, or everything's gone to the dogs. You know. And that couldn't be more fucking true. Now, Pam says the mind is very delicate. You are 100% right there. It is. Very delicate. But it could be something like the cost of living crisis getting to you. It could be something like, I don't know, family issues. It could be, you know, just not being able to, just feeling down. You haven't got to have anything really happen in your life, you know, going on that's going to make you feel like shit. Sometimes you can just feel like shit for no particular reason, and you can't work out why. And it's the most fucking irritating feeling in the world. Sometimes I get anxious, and I feel like, what the fuck am I anxious about? I'm okay. You know. It's just one of them things. I like to try and keep, with me personally, I like to try and keep myself to myself. You know, you've always got someone out there who I've said it millions of times on stream, and it's 100% true. There's always somebody out there trying to fuck up your day. Where, you know, whether it be a letter coming through the door, whether it be anything, and you've got to be so careful. You do, Pam is right, the mind is very delicate, and you do have to protect yourself, but do it in a healthy way, or as healthy a way as possible. Boston says, I've been down that road so many times. Yeah, exactly. That's like, okay, tonight, right, when I come off stream, what am I going to do? I might sit and watch a few YouTube videos. I might record a tape. There is one I want to start getting done, actually. I might, even if it's dark, I might drag a bike into the kitchen and start working on it. Anything like that. Anything like that. And I do it because, like I said, I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I could wake up in the morning and feel fine. And then something happens and down we go. You know, so there is that. Things are sent to try it all the time. You've just got to try and deal with them in the best way possible, which is never easy. For anybody, under any circumstances, it is never fucking easy. You know, you got all these Billy Big Balls out there who are sort of like, yeah, I'm all right, I'd never get depressed. Yeah, fuck off. You know, they're all fucking show. That's bullshit. At some point in their life, everybody's going to come across mental health in one way, shape, or form. But the thing about it is, and I've said this 1,000 times, unless you go through it, you cannot understand if you don't suffer with it yourself. If you don't suffer with it yourself and you do not go through it, how in the hell are you supposed to understand it? And that's where the You'll Be Alright crew come in. Or they really do, but they're just hiding it and lying. Yeah, they could be. Very true. So that's depression. Now, a panic attack. Let's talk about a panic attack, and let's get a cucumber off the screen. I'm not Boston all start laughing again. So, you know, I'm only talking about things that I know about. Other disorders and stuff that I haven't been through, I won't talk about because I haven't experienced them, because I don't know what it's like. But you know, it could be absolutely anything. I mean, a panic attack is fucking horrible, in a word. Now, I got diagnosed in 2012, but I think I had it once before that as well. I had this thing where my wife and me would get up really early in the morning. This is before we had kids. We'd get up really early in the morning and go for a walk. Walking's great. That's good exercise, you know, and everything. Walking's great. And then there was one day, which is my first ever panic attack. I only come to realise what it was years later, but I sat there. She said, right, we'll get going in a second. I'll just go get a drink ready and we'll get going. I was like, yeah, okay. Now, we never used to walk far, just around the block a couple of times. You know, just really early in the morning before anyone's about kind of thing, you know. And it was nice. It was peaceful, you know. You got sort of like the sun's just come up kind of thing and the birds are tweeting, that kind of thing. And, you know, it's nice. And I remember I'll get to your comment in a sec, Pam. I do see what you're at, though. That's bad. I remember sitting there on the edge of the bed waiting for her. And I just started to feel a bit weird. Bit shaky. My breath started to go. Suddenly, I'm breathing like a fucking maniac, trying to desperately catch my breath. My heart is racing, fucking 10 to the fucking dozen. I'm sweating like a bastard, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here? And she came in the room. I think she might have noticed what was going on, but didn't say anything. I was so close to saying to her, could you please call me an ambulance? I think I'm having a heart attack. I literally thought I was dying. A lot of people say that when it comes to it. Oh, I thought I was dying, but it does feel like that. It really fucking does. And so I was like, the fuck is going on? So I just sort of like tried to distract myself. I thought I'll just look at something. Grabbed my phone, which at the time didn't have like Android phones or anything, but I had a few games on there. So I thought, right, okay, let's just try and do something. And managed to get my breathing back under control, which is key with a panic attack. And I was like, right, okay, nice and calm. And then she said, right, are you ready to go for this walk? I was like, yeah. I stood up and I thought I was going to fall the fuck back down again. My legs were shaking so much, like jelly. Like fucking jelly, my legs were that morning. And I thought, what the fuck was that? There's the route we walk is literally around the estate where I'm living now. And about 2 minutes away from here, there's a little park. And because we used to go so early, we used to stop on there sometimes. I was glad to stop on there. I went in there, just sat on a swing for a minute, and just sort of like took a few minutes. And I thought, okay, is my body trying to tell me that I'm having a heart attack, or And I was like, okay, I don't quite understand what's going on with me here. But if it happens again, and it's always that, if it happens again. If it happens again, I'll mention it. Let's not worry anybody. And if I do say anything, will they believe me? And so I didn't mention it, and then years later it started happening again. Now, in the chat we had Pam say about panic attacks. She said, I've had them. With meaning panic attacks. And then she said, left a load of shopping behind and ran home. No, exactly. Fight or flight is what that's called. Fight or flight. Do you stay and fight it, or do you get the fuck out of there? The human response to it is to get out of there. Get out of that situation. It's dangerous. And to try and you're basically running for your life. Boston says he had a panic attack 5 years ago. Pam says breathing into a paper bag can help. That can. And Boston tried it, but his cat... Oh, the cat grabbed it. Not good. Pam said, any viewers watching, if you are going through it, much love to you. I agree with that. Much love to every single one. But here's the thing, right? And I'm not trying to be one of these arseholes, but you can do this. You can beat it. You can get through it. well, it's mental health. You can never beat it. It stays with you. But you just have to learn how to control it. So, yeah, anybody out there who's suffering right now, who's listening to this thinking, I really need, you need to talk to somebody. You may not want to. You may feel like, I can't talk to anybody about that. They're going to think I'm a fucking Fruit Loop. If I talk to anybody about this, who's going to believe me? Why would they believe me? What's so good about me? Nobody's interested in helping somebody like me out. Yes, there is. There's hundreds of services out there which can help. I mean, the one I used was pretty shit. I'm not going to lie. The one I used was, it was just crap. It was just absolute crap. And I got through it with the help. Now, this is it when I was diagnosed in 2012. I got through it with the help of my wife telling me what my body was doing, because she's been going through it for years. And also my son. My son got me through it. He was 1 year old at the time. He was 1. And he got me through it. And that's why to this day, although he's a 13-year-old fucking lanky little sod right now, but he is my hero. Plain and simple. And when he was younger, he was a fan of, when he was younger, he was all about Spider-Man. And so I say this, the song from Spider-Man, Hero by Chad Kroger, that's my song to my son, because he is my hero. He got me through the worst of times. Did I get any more help? I did go to these mental health groups and stuff and see if they were going to help me. Some are all right. Some are sort of like, nah. But talk to somebody, whether it be a family member, a friend, anybody like that who's going to sit and listen. You don't want to talk to somebody who's going to fucking judge you, because judging you is the worst thing in the world. Let's see what the chat's saying, because I've missed a few comments here, which I do apologise for. Boston said that he had a panic attack 5 years ago. Fucking hell, bro. I know. Just one is sort of like, whoa. Pam says learn relaxation. Relaxation meditation can help. Boston says, and I have, by cutting all the toxic people out of my life, I seem to be doing perfectly fine. Still a struggle, but fine. This is true. Pam has just put in there, my sister used to get me through it, then I was alone. Well, that is horrible to go through, Pam. That really is. I've suffered loss myself. And that's one thing that can really get you, but you just gotta day by day. But you're never alone. You might feel like you're alone, but you're not alone in anything. You have got people around you who love and support you. Pam says, but now I have all of you now. You do. And you will remain to. Because even though anybody who used to be friends with me would tell you different, I appreciate every single person that comes into my life. If I make a connection with these people, with that person, I like it more, I mean, I've got to know Pam for, over this little time, and realise that she's fucking amazing, really, truly. And every single word that comes out of my mouth isn't bullshit. I'm not blowing smoke. You know, Pam is an amazing person with, although I've never met her in person, which one day I hope to. That'd be quite cool. But sort of like, you know, although I've never met you in person, sort of like you know, we've got this in common. You know what? We moan about House Flipper crashing, but have you realised it's actually brought us all together? It was just fucking TV would go on there. There we go. And we've got you know, we've got each other to rely on for support and stuff. We've got our families. There are people out there who do care, who do love, you know, who do love us. I don't know where I'd be without my kids and my wife. You know, I really don't. They are literally the backbone of every single thing I do. Fucking House Flipper. I know, bro. Irritating that was. Bloody keep crashing on you all the time. But you made a good point a little while ago, Boston, about people, toxic people in your life. And you are right. There's so many of those about. I've associated with a few. I used to be friends. I'm not going to say what gender. Well, I could say girl. I used to be friends with this girl. I used to stream with this person all the time. I even spent money to go and see this person. But it took me 7-hour trip. Right? And it turns out that this person always said, "Oh, you know, I really do care," and stuff like that. And I bought into the bullshit. I thought they were being honest. They weren't. Not by a long shot. Fuck. Didn't want wallpaper there. Oh, well. And, you know, this person who I used to be friends with decided it would be better for them to avoid me and talk to other people. So, in the end, I just sort of like was like, you know what, fuck it. Now, I'll admit, I broke that friendship off, and I did it for a damn good reason. Because of the toxicity. I can give a fuck if that person watches this. Probably won't. But I don't give a crap if they do. But when you're planning something and you're friends with somebody and you see, you know, you're looking forward to, say, streaming with that person and you're looking forward to it every night. And then they go and do something like come up with some fucking excuse not to stream with you that night because they want to talk to somebody else or, you know, or because, you know, they just don't seem to be all that interested. They're, you know, that can really mess you up and that can make you feel like, why don't you want to talk to me after all the support I've given? Pam says, must have hurt you. It did. That's why they broke the friendship off. Now, my wife never liked me talking to this person anyway. But I was thought, nah, it's all right. It's a friend, you know, get on well together. And yeah, on stream we did. We had fucking so many laughs. But it did hurt. I just thought to myself, sometimes when this person would let me down, what's wrong with me? Why don't people want to talk to me? What the fuck have I done wrong? Have I got written on my head, do not be friends with this person, you know, do not talk to this person, danger, you know? And it does hurt. I didn't cry about it, but I felt sort of like, fuck it. You know, Boston says it's perfectly normal for the space to be a bit jealous. That's what makes us human. This is true. This is very true. I haven't been associated with this person now since I think the last time I spoke to this person was about either 2018, 2019. And I'm doing so much better for it. And yeah, that did hurt. But to that person, number one, I say thank you. Thank you for making me realize sort of like, you know, what kind of a person you were. And I also say to that person and others I've been friends with before who have just abandoned me, fuck you. You don't have the right to make me feel useless. You don't have the right to hurt my feelings because I never did yours. If I'd have done something that deserved it, fair enough, but I never did. So, yeah. To them people, go fuck yourself. Have a nice life. I don't care anymore. I've got to that stage in life where sort of like looking out for me and the people I care about is number one. It's like, I don't care, sort of like, I don't care. I mean, you know, I don't care what I say to anybody. Don't get me wrong, I do try and be a kind person, but if anybody fucks me off, they get both fucking barrels. That's how I was raised. You know, my mum raised me to be like that. My mum is like that. You know, not to take any shit from anybody. It took me a long while to learn, and it took me a long while to realize that, but now I am that person. You know, a lot of people think because of how I am, being, as I mentioned before many times, being goth, they think that I'm an evil person who does seances every night and opens portals and brings in Satan and all the demons and shit, and I don't do any of that. You know, I don't do any of that stuff. You know, number one, I know how fucking stupid it would be to do it. And, you know, and sort of like, you know, number two, why the fuck do I want a demon in the house? You know, I'm not an evil fucking person. Sometimes I have evil thoughts, yeah. We all do. So like, we see somebody who we don't like and we're like, that motherfucker, you know. But I think I'm a nice person, you know. But I get judged for it, you know. I've been this way for years and liked the darker side of things and everything and that. But it doesn't mean that I wear black all the time. I mean, okay, yeah, I do wear black all the time. Not unless you want your hair on end, no. It doesn't, I mean, I do wear black all the time, I will admit. But I don't do the makeup, you know. I have done, but before I had kids I did. But I don't do the makeup. See, there's a misconception. Okay, yeah, goths are normally associated for the white face, the black lipstick, the black clothes, the you know, all of the morbid shit. I love that stuff though. But not all goths wear black. Not all goths, listen to heavy metal or gothic metal or anything like that. You can have a goth that'd be happy sitting there listening to Barbie Girl. Boston says, I'm not goth, but I do wear black a lot and midnight blue. Yeah. The darker sort of colours, yeah. Sounds pretty cool. Pam says, demons will give you spiky hair. They'll give you more than that. They'll give you a possession if you're not careful. But, people also say, liking that sort of stuff must make you feel depressed because it's all dark. I welcome that. I love that shit. I fucking live for that. My wife is the same. She's goth. She gets away more with wearing the makeup stuff than I ever did. I mean, one person who didn't like it was my mother, and I got called a few names for it. But regardless, it's just who I am. That's why my outro is what my fucking outro is. Always remember to be you, be the real you, be the true you, because there's no point in being anybody else. That's why my outro is that. Because if you can't be yourself, then who can you be? Once again, if you can't be it, mental health problems arise. It rolls right around to the same thing. So, do with that information what you will, but that's just how it goes for me. So, what can you do about it? What can you do about this mental health stuff? Pam says, yeah, no good pretending. No, that can wind you up and make you even more depressed if you pretend to be something you're not. Be you, guys. What can you do about it? Well, the easiest thing that I can say is get help. What if nobody believes me? What if they think, if I can't be me, I guess I can be Joe Biden? Are we sure we want to be that, bro? I mean, fuck. In a world of Joe Biden's, be a Donald Trump. There we go. Yeah, get help. And I'm not saying that sort of like in a horrible way, like you fucking need help. I had to get help. There's nothing wrong. Seeking help for yourself shows that you've got the strength to, and it shows you want to get better. It shows you that sort of like, I am done with this bullshit right now. I am getting the fuck up out of here, I'm getting out of this kind of state and I'm going to be me again. Please, guys, don't get to the state where I was, where sort of like I was, have you ever sort of like been in a situation where you wake up in the morning and wonder how in the fuck people get up in the morning, go down the shop to buy a pint of milk or to buy, anything like that? Have you ever wondered how the hell do they get up, go out and do this thing? What if something bad happens to them? What if sort of like they, what if this happens to them? What if that happens to them? Well, I wouldn't go out because if that happened to me, and then it's just, you go in a circle. It's full circle once again. Pam says that she had counselling once. That can help. That definitely can help. Counselling is good, as long as you got the right people doing it. You got people out there who will help with things like, Boston, Found a camera. It's going in the bedroom. There's two of them. You know, you've got people out there who will help. Just for you, bro. There are people out there who will help, who do want to help. Pam says, lol, I swore at her and said, what the fuck can you do for me? Okay. Was she, this person you saw, was she like a sarcastic bitch kind of thing? Sort of like, you know, one of these who sort of like don't act like they know what they're talking about. 90s Polaroid. Hell yeah. Hey, instant pictures, bro. It's still a camera. You know, you can get some sarcastic ones who are sort of like, well, you need to do this and you need to do that. And they don't understand it at all. They've become a mental health counsellor. How have they done that? By reading a fucking book. Oh, yeah, a book is going to really fucking help you, isn't it? No, experience is what helps. Going through it, she wanted your life story. Right. Okay. One of them. Yeah. So basically, she was a shrink trying to get down to the root cause of all of it, right? Yeah. I know the people. I know the people. They're a bunch of cunts. In the end, she was in tears. I know the people. You know, there's a lot of people like that who say they can help, but they actually, you know. But I'm happy you got the help you needed. I mean, always try and seek help for yourself. That's the biggest favour that a person can do for themselves, is to try and sort help. Boston says, that's open and closed wounds so they can pour salt in and make it worse. Yeah. A lot of the time, yes, you are right. You know, I do feel sort of like that there are so many people out there who say they can help, but they don't actually do anything, you know? And it's sad. It really is. And that's why I'm doing this. Because a lot of people out there need advice. Not from somebody who's read a book, but from somebody who's had first-hand experience with a mental health condition. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to talk about any fucking hell, I've done it again, or I just returned it. Phew. I'm not going to talk about anything that I don't know about. But my advice is, have some faith in yourself. You're stronger than you think you are. Get that help that you need. You don't, you know, nobody wants to see you depressed. Nobody wants to see you upset. Oh, Dale, they can make you talk about your past traumas, then send you on your way with very little help. That's why I refuse to receive it. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Because, yeah, you've got a point there. So, if you are struggling out there, guys, even if, you know, even if this stream helps one person, then I consider it a success. If you're suffering, I pray for each and every single one of you. But you know, she did get help in the end. That's good. You know, there are so many things that with the challenges that you're set in life on a daily basis, and you're thinking, for fuck's sake, what now? I wake up like that thinking, oh, for fuck's sake, what today, you know? One of my favourite memes I've seen on Facebook is, um, oh, here we fucking go again. I mean, good morning. That's one of my favourites I've seen on there. Even things like that. Social media can be toxic. Look at the fucking stupid fucking challenges these social media things are making kids do. Thinking it's cool, man, to swallow a fucking detergent pod or something. It's not. That's the thing, though. That's the trend. Trying to fit in. It's sad. My son's 13. Everybody he knows at school has got a phone. He hasn't. My daughter has, but she doesn't use it for social media. Yeah, that was a... Pam said never heard of that. Yeah, that was a challenge. There's been challenges over like on TikTok and stuff where kids do challenge to sort of like do stupid shit and they either end up injured or fucking dead. It's a bit fucking ridiculous, really. I do, and obviously, parents don't have so much control over what their kids do these days because there's no fucking respect or discipline. But that's that's the world we're living in right now. And people might think they've, people sort of, you get these people on there, and what pisses me off on like TV shows and stuff, you see someone on like, I don't know, Bake Off or something, and they're saying, oh, I didn't know the cake was going to be ready. I nearly had a panic attack. Fuck off, did you? You were worrying your fucking bread wasn't going to be cooked, bro. Calm the fuck down. I have zero tolerance for people who don't understand it. Because it's a very serious thing that affects so many people. And quite often those people haven't got the, don't know how to go about fixing this situation. I'm going to try and get this as close as I can. I might have got it. Not quite. But it'll do as a patch. I've got to go a whole line across, aren't I? But yeah, that's one of the things, I'm probably rambling on here. Ramsey has a live stream called Idiot Sandwich. Nice. My advice is to anybody out there who's going through anything, another nugget of advice I can give you is do what makes you happy. I mean, isn't that what we all want, to be happy? Right now, I'm doing something that makes me happy. I'm live streaming. I've got my two besties on with me. I'm happy. Come off here, and if I decide to do a tape or something, yes, I'm all analog, I know, 1980s kid right here, but if I come off and decide to do a tape tonight or something, I'll, what? I just got surface finish, you motherfucker! Fuck it then. Like I say, I'm here. My two best friends are in the chat. I'm comfortable to talk to them. I'm comfortable to talk to you. And, you know, I think when it comes to me, Boston and Pam, I think we do good for each other. You know, we're always there to offer advice to each other, support each other, whether it be on a video or whether it be um, whether it be anything, you know. And that's a nice thing to have. You know. I also promise if you guys do meet me one day, I promise I won't be I'll be probably wearing black, but I won't be wearing the makeup, so don't worry. I still have it, but but I won't be wearing the makeup. Have I ever had sort of like the kind of the whole thing that you always get where you're like, oh, freak and all that? No. I've never been called a freak for being gothic. I've never really had the chance to experience it because when I was younger, even though I was still like this, I didn't really show it because people in my family not liking it. But now I've just learned to accept who I am. I'm damn fucking proud of who I am. Even if you did, I don't care. Just don't do that tongue thing like Kiss. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. You have absolutely no worries about that. Gene Simmons, I am not. You know, I wouldn't do anything like that. But I try and be as nice as I can. I mean, there'd be people who disagreed, who disagree with me, like thinking, no, he's the fucking asshole. You know, what I say is, believe what you want about me. Only one person can fucking judge you, and that's yourself. You know, you get all these people who sort of like only God can judge me and stuff, which is true. They think because I'm goth, I don't believe in God and stuff. And although I'm not a practicing Christian or anything, I mean, I have been christened, but I do believe there's an afterlife. I do believe that people can hear us. I give a fuck what anyone think. I'll say it right now. I talk to my dad all the time. I talk to, you know, people who we've lost, and I believe they can hear me. And I can probably already guess one right now, but that's probably not in the chat. But not typing, saying who, yeah. You're guessing correct there, Boston. Pam says, to be honest, the world would be boring if we were all the same. This is true. Boston says, I am saved and born Christian and been baptized. There we go. There we go. Just because we've been baptized, just because we've been, you know, had things like that had things like that in our lives, don't mean we still can't enjoy tits, right, bro? And Pam too. There we go. I'm literally just me. And if anybody don't like it, then fuck them. Why? Because I don't have to justify myself to anybody. Why am I mentioning all of this in a mental health stream? Because it all ties in. If you can love the person you are, if you can be happy who you are, You're not supposed to, but you do bend the rules. Well, rules are meant to be broken. Pam says, I'm down to earth, but yeah, I get that. I do get that vibe from you. You know, please just don't stop being who you guys are. Do what makes you happy. Get through, if you are suffering with anything, get through it the best way you can. You will get there. And if you're suffering and you're carrying on, you know, and you're going through everything day by day and you're managing to keep on going, I respect the hell out of you. That shit ain't easy. It's actually the hardest shit in the world to deal with. It's fucking crucifying. It really is, dealing with any mental health condition. It really is. But I'm mostly down to earth until I play House Flipper or Grand Theft Auto, says Boston. Then shit hits the fan, bro. Shit'll hit the fan soon. I've got to get some more core so I can go online with GTA. But as soon as I do that, we're back on it. It'll probably be a week or two, but we're back on it, and we'll kick ass and take names. My video that I jumped on the trampoline on got 116 views. That's really, really good. So yeah, that's basically it. So, in conclusion, what I'm going to say is, please, if you're suffering from a mental health condition, anxiety, depression, panic attacks, you know, anything, the smallest thing, please get help, because you deserve to be helped. You deserve all the luck in the world, and your boy here hopes you get it. I really do. I really, really do hope you guys get all of the help you need. I also, you know, hope that this stream does help somebody. If it helps one person, then fucking fantastic. It's fine. You know, I wanted to bring some awareness to it, because even though there is more awareness about it, I still don't think it's getting the recognition it deserves. People are more worried about what's going on overseas with the wars that are going on overseas than they are about people who are suffering mental health things at home. I call bullshit on that. I say, fuck that other crap. Deal with what you got right here. Pam says, I did hit rock bottom and got back up again. That goes to show what a strong star, what a strong person you really are. I applaud you for that. I really do applaud you for that. You know, I'll give you an actual applause for that. Well done. Not easy. It's not easy. So we will be ending shortly. Not yet. We aren't going anywhere yet. We're going to sell this bitch. I think I've done enough to that. I know there's a few more bits that need doing on the outside, but that's all good. It's very hard. Oh, I know. I know what it's like. We're going to sell this place. Okay. Let's have a look here. So, Laurie Mack gets it. 163,590 profit. Sold. Boss says, I never hit rock bottom, but back in November of last year, I came pretty close. Then my dad passed, and I almost smashed into the ground. Yeah. That will do it. That definitely will do it. But you are strong. Believe it or not, you are strong. No matter what anyone thinks, no matter what anybody says, comes across, whatever, you're strong. You're also... I also think that Boston is very fresh for you still. Take it from somebody who has lost their father. It does get easier, but you never forget them. They're always with you. They're always with you and always looking over you, and are an angel on your shoulder. Remember that. Remember that. You can get through this. Like I say this to everybody, and it's true. If you need to talk, just holler. I got you. You know, I'm always here to talk. I'm always here to listen. But, it does, trust me, it does get easier. You don't forget, but it does get easier. Just hold on to something. What got me through when my father passed? And yes, Boston, you are very welcome. Like Pam now said, you are very welcome. What got me through is my dad was ill for 6 years. He had cancer, which he beat. He had multiple strokes. And he used to have, he had emphysema. And getting towards the end, he was in quite a lot of pain all the time. What got my dad was actually pneumonia. But he was in a lot of pain. I saw him the night before he passed. And then on the day he passed, when we got the news, we went up. And I saw him after he'd passed. That hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. My dad taught me everything I know about fixing cars, that kind of thing. That's why I'm into it. I love it. If I had a car sitting out there right now, I'd probably be doing something with the fucking thing, right? My dad taught me about fixing cars from a young age. The thing what hit me is after he'd passed, I was in the room where he was. One of my sisters came in. I got 3 sisters. One of them was already there, and one of them came into the room, and the other one had a dodgy car. And one of my sisters come into the room, and she said, "She's on her way, but she's at mine, but that's where she'll be for a minute because her car's broken down." I took one look at my dad laying there, and I started crying. I didn't say nothing, but in my head I was thinking, come on, Dad, wake up. Wake up, Dad. Come on, let's go fix this car. We'll get that thing running. We'll get it so it's safe again. Couldn't do that. But he was in a lot of pain when he was alive. The thing what gets me through is I know that he can hear me when I talk to him. But he's not in pain anymore. He has eternal rest, no pain, ever again. He suffered so much in his lifetime. That's what gives me closure. That's what gives me hope. That's how I dealt with it. Your mileage might be different. You'll find a different way. But bro, I completely understand where it's coming from. I'm not one of these people who is going to say, yeah, I totally understand, when I don't. I do understand. I've been there. It's fucking horrible. Time stops. The world stops spinning. A sunshiny day turns to fucking grey thunder. Pam gets signs that she's not said in the chat. You have my understanding, you have my support, and you have my love for that, bro. And if you need me, I am here 100% always. That goes for Pam as well. Remember that. Right, before we end tonight, we're going to buy another house. It does. It does, Boston. It does, 100%. It does. So what's the next house I should do? Well, I've been eyeing up this bitch for a long time, but it looks like that's a lot of work. So, Boston says, and my mother said if I wasn't here to help her through this, she would have just given up. That can help. That can happen. You're doing the right thing by being there for your mum. You're doing such a good job as well at it. Keep them wheels turning, bro. You got this. And so is your mum. And God bless you too, Boston's mum. Okay, so what one are we buying? Are we going to get the house on the beach, which doesn't look too bad, actually. The waterfront house, I have eyed this one up before, and it looks all right, actually. The house on stilts. We need another house to do. I kind of want to do that one because it just looks easier. Which means by now I'd have probably lost my mother and end up with double jeopardy, and I probably would have committed. No. That's a hard one to deal with. You will find your own way, but you haven't. Think of what you do have, okay? You have got your mum, and will remain to have your mum. You've got that support at home. You've got that support here. Pam says you were meant to be with your mum, and you were. Everything else in life can wait right now. Everything else in life is just fluff. It can wait. The most important thing right now is getting you over this. You'll never be over it exactly, but you will get better. Getting your mum through it. And trust me, by the end of it, when you are through it, you're going to be sort of like, you're going to have moments, okay? You are going to have moments. There's going to be things that just suddenly hit you, and you're going to think of him. And that's going to be, and that happens to me all the time. You are going to get things like that. So prepare yourself, because that's difficult to deal with. But I think you're going to be all right, because I know you're a tough person. As much as you might say, well, you know, you are a tough person. We're buying the seaside cottage, by the way. Let's quickly buy it. Let's go and have a quick look. You are a tough person, okay, Boston? Boston says, I don't care about the material things in life, or what I have or what I don't have. But parents is one of them, and friends too. Totally. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I worry about my mum all the time. It's actually my mum's birthday on Thursday, and you know, she's in her 70s. She's getting older, she's got real bad knees and had a few health problems, and I worry about her all the fucking time. Apart from the fact of she's married to somebody who we don't necessarily get on with. What the fuck? Okay, we're closing that door. You know, I worry about her all the fucking time. She's been through so much shit the last couple of years. Pam's the same with her mum. Parents are one of them things that you think are going to be around forever. Boston says, well, happy early birthday to her. I'll pass that message on because I am going to be speaking to her tomorrow. So I will pass that message on for you. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. You know, you are going to get through it, brother. And you are my brother. You are my bro. We're family here. It's what we do. Well, this place is going to be an interesting one. I'm actually looking forward to doing this one. Let's stay on another 3 hours and do it. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. Maybe one day. And Pam says, and happy birthday to... and from me, happy birthday to Mum. I'll pass that message on as well, Pam. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I'm actually going to come away now, but this was a mental health special. I hope you guys found it intriguing. I hope it helped you. I hope that sort of like, if you are struggling, please seek help. Talk to somebody. It's the first step in recovery. You can do this. You have got this. You are stronger than you think. Please seek some help. But why? Because you're worth it. That's why. Not like the TV advert. I'm not doing the advert. But you are worth it. Your life is worth it. Maybe one day if they go co-op, I thought this game was supposed to be two-player anyways. Well, one day they might. But in any event, I'm going to go. Boston says, thanks for streaming, brother. Thank you for coming in. I hope sort of like this helped in some way. And yeah, thank you for coming in, bro. I do appreciate it. You take good care of yourself. I'll see you tomorrow night for House Flipper because I'm back with House Flipper tomorrow night. Much love to you. You take good care of yourself. And Pam as well. Thank you for coming in as well. Thank you for your input tonight and everything. It's been absolutely awesome. You're amazing. And much love to you as well. Right, guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you for watching. I hope that we've helped somebody tonight. Okay? So please, thank you so much for watching and everything. It's been an awesome one. But right now, guys, I'm going to get the fuck up out of here. We've got a new house to do tomorrow night, so we're going to do it. Before I go, please go sub to Boston Tea Party. He is an amazing person. He loves to put bananas on beds. He loves to make interesting bedside tables with donuts and such like. So please go sub to Boston. He's my brother. He's absolutely fucking fantastic. Boss says, much love to you and Pam. Have a good night, brother. You too, bro. So please, yeah, go sub to Boston, amazing person, and also, how could we forget the one who goes the extra mile? Pam's Game TV 2000. Go sub, because this lady creates things that you wouldn't even think is possible. Okay? She does such good houses, is a really fantastic person, and you know, does great content. So please go sub to Pam and Boston right here on YouTube. Boston says there's a banana on the bed right now and it's attached to me. Oh dear. I'll let you go. I'll go so you can enjoy that one, Boston. All right, bro? Right. I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys once again. I'll be back tomorrow night with more House Flipper 2. So please come along for the ride when we'll be sorting out this monstrosity. And until then, do not forget to subscribe here if you're new. Turn on them post notifications to be notified every single time I upload a brand new video or stream. Also, follow me on Instagram at FlawlessRage2 and over on Twitch at BuzzRuss13. That is BuzzRuss13 on Twitch. I hope to see you over there. Until then, in the meantime, always remember to be you, be the real you, be the true you, because no point in being anything else, is there? Take care, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow night for more House Flipper. Have a great day tomorrow, and I'll catch you later. Cheers. Thank you so much. And Celine Dion will enjoy it. And good night, everybody.